Hello everyone and welcome to a bonus video for DuckTales Remastered. This is going to cover a few options that I didn't really mention at all during the initial playthrough. For here, I'll actually be playing the game through easy mode because it's, trying to think of another way to say this without making a pun, but it's the easiest way to show the differences between the lower difficulties and extreme. Yeah, I said it. The options I messed with are quick cinemas and 8-bit music. With quick cinemas on, things such as saving the nephews in the money bin are completely turned off, as well as minor character interactions within stages themselves. So we're going to see that throughout the game. It's really for speedrunners. I mainly did this just to get through this as quickly as possible to get footage for this entire thing. In easy mode, there's also a map that you can pull up just by pausing the game. On the map, it shows the entire layout of the level as well as markers for essentially your key items that you're trying to pick up in order to progress. It's really useful for new players. If you want to get a feel for the areas, I recommend actually playing easy or normal first. With the epic music on, the soundtrack reverts back to the original. However, both Mount Vesuvius as well as Money Bin weren't present in the game, so they made completely original tracks for these two stages. In the lower difficulties, you can now find Mrs. Beakley in both Transylvania as well as the Himalayas. The reason she's not present in these stages for extreme difficulty is because in the original game, she was also not present in those stages. So her absence is actually paying homage to how the original was designed. In easy difficulty, some of the bosses have had their attack patterns or even traits adjusted. For the boss battle against Magica Dispel in Transylvania, she has a very high chance of spawning a treasure box while forming the horizontal flame pillars. In these treasure boxes, you'll come across some healing items. For some reason you're having trouble, you can always wait out for this attack to reappear and get the ice cube in order to heal. With quick cinemas on, it also treats key items as regular items when you pick them up. So you'll notice here that I'm actually picking up part of the fuel regulator for the Himalayas. Nothing happens, the action just keeps going. Same applies for any key item that you pick up with this option turned on. In extreme mode, Mrs. Beakley did drop an extra life for me whenever I found her. But you'll also notice that in Transylvania, as well as here, she dropped cake, which is a stronger heal item than ice cream. There's no life system in easy mode, so essentially have infinite tries. Throughout the game, you'll come across these coins with an M on it. These are known as super coins, and they give you invisibility as well as higher movement speed. This higher movement speed will also allow you to clear gaps that you normally wouldn't be able to otherwise. This effect usually lasts from 3 to 4 seconds. When it comes to characters that assist you throughout the levels, usually you'll just find them. They'll have maybe one line of dialogue, but the action keeps on moving because quick cinema is turned on. With quick cinema on, some characters just appear in levels for no real reason. For example, with quick cinemas off, Webigail sneaks onto the plane in order to see the Himalayas, but here we don't get to see that, and instead she's just randomly in the plane when fighting off the Beagle Boys. Although it's easier to find treasure in the lower difficulties, you won't get nowhere near as much as you would in expert mode. Now this is just a personal thing for me, but it would have been nice if quick cinema was turned on, that the key items would have some type of monetary value to them, but they don't. Another reason the amount of money you can find in easy is far less than that of expert or hard to that extent is that the hidden treasures are not in the game. Instead, large treasure chests in each stage contains a heart container, meaning you can have up to 8 hearts in easy as well as normal. During the rock chasing sequences in the African mines, the boulder itself moves at a significantly slower pace, so you have way more time to collect the treasure that's along the corridor. The boss battle against the Terrafermian King is also slightly different. When summoning the Terrafermians using the purple conch shell, the rate at which they bounce as well as how high they go up into the air during this attack is significantly lower, making it easier to dodge the attack. With quick cinemas turned on, the zero gravity section is completely omitted from the game. Instead, you simply press the switch in order to deactivate the barriers that's found throughout the ship. Well, all 2 of them that you can see really. The one protecting the path towards the left, as well as the barrier that protects the helmet of Gizmo Duck's suit. As I mentioned earlier, a heart container will be found here in the moon instead of a treasure because the secret treasures are completely omitted from easy. Also, something to note is that you take half damage in easy mode. So even though you have 8 hearts, it takes 2 hits to completely deplete a heart, meaning you can take up to 16 hits before you don't even lose a life actually. You just start previous checkpoint.
To be a way through.
Put your back into it, McDuck!
Hurry up, Glumgold. Time is money.
It could be dangerous, McDuck. You go first.
Now, although the Money Bin as well as Mount Vesuvius got 8-bit versions of their themes, for some reason, when it comes to Count Dracula, they decided to just give him the regular 8-bit boss theme. That was the case in the original, but they made an original piece of music for him in Remastered, so it's not entirely clear as to why they didn't give his theme the 8-bit treatment. When racing Magica Dispel at Mount Vesuvius, she flies notably slower in easy mode. In fact, you can make several mistakes and still be so far ahead that it just doesn't make much of a difference. Whereas Extreme is cutting it close. She'll be up ahead most of the time, but she does slow down as she approaches the coin, which is how they kind of balance things out as far as Extreme is anyway. The magma rising up from the bottom is also significantly slower, so you can take your time in easy. It's almost like a stroll compared to Extreme, where you have to hustle or else you're just not gonna make it. After completing the game on the lower difficulties, you're taken back to Scrooge McDuck's office in the money bin. Here you can revisit the vault, and all the money you've accumulated is actually stored into the vault, which raises the level up. Does it really change anything much? No, it's just a nice attention to detail, really. You also have the option to revisit areas in order to collect things you may miss, such as hard containers, and it's also a way to grind for money. Now, the money itself is actually used to buy content from the gallery. The gallery contains stuff such as character art, music, sketches, TV art, and more. Now, say you don't have quite enough money, but you want some quick cash. There is another way besides playing through an entire stage. If the fifth integer in your total amount is 7, you can actually access a minigame. Once the fifth integer in your total amount of money is a 7, you simply enter a stage, and before you enter the stage itself, you'll be taken to a minigame where you'll be dropped off in the clouds and can platform on top of said clouds while Gyro drops money. While Gyro doesn't just hand you said money, never made sense to me as a kid, nor as an adult right now. But it's a quick, easy way to get money, and you can easily control when you want to go here, unlike in the original where you didn't necessarily have something to spend money on as far as I can remember. Going back to the gallery, I found this actually really neat. I'm kind of kicking myself for not actually doing this in the previous versions, because really I would just play the game several times but not even bother to mess with the gallery. But this really brought back quite a few nostalgic memories, because I did enjoy the show a lot as a kid, and I think DuckTales fans would just get a kick out of all this content that they can not only revisit but just playing the game. I said this before at the initial playthrough, it just feels like I'm going through an entire Saturday morning cartoon. It's such a nice feeling, and it felt great to just revisit this game again after so long. I say so long, but I played the Wii U version last year, which was what I was going to initially record, but I ran out of time. My bad. And with all that said, I've shown everything that I can think of. I've done everything in the game. If y'all can think of anything else that I may have missed, or if you have any questions about what I've done, please feel free to comment below. I will respond as best as I can. This has been DuckTales Remastered. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next playthrough. Take care, y'all. I really hope this doesn't get blocked again because of the main theme song. That really sucked when I uploaded the PS3 version. Like, yikes.